we are back for more Code Vein. Yes, I'm actually recording these fairly quickly back to back to one another to try to see if we can get things to work out. Anyways, in the previous episodes, well, the previous two was with one minisode and one going over the lore between Kevin, Louie, and a bit of Coco sprinkled in. I decided that we're gonna head to the depths today. Now, in case you guys don't remember, you find maps of the depths throughout the world and by doing certain side quests within the game. And when you do, you want to come talk to Davis, right here.
Yes, this is a map of the depths. If you want to go to this location, tell me, and I'll guide you there.
So he will guide us there.
I'll lead the way. Just tell me where we're going.
And then you see, at the time, I have 3 maps. Den of the Dead, Dead of Darkness, and Town of Sacrifice. Now, I'm not sure if those are all in the exact order, but we'll go to the first one available to us when you first talk to that first NPC right out where you fought Oliver, and you will get the character. So I'll probably be only exploring one of the depths today, depending on how long it takes for me to fully explore it. Because the depths aren't super massive areas like all the other games. They are actually kind of small. And in the fact that it's just like, all right, one location, you find one key, you find another key, you go to the end, you fight a boss. That's it. It's like a mini dungeon in a sense. It doesn't matter who you bring. Hold up.
Let's keep our eyes open, alright?
I'll go with this one. Because it's kind of like it's not the right color, but it's the one I'll go with for now. Anyways, you see over right there, in the forward part, that there's a door. Well, you need to explore the other 2 parts and find the keys. So we'll go to this left path first. And the depths aren't really that hard as areas, because all you need to do, like I said, it's just, well, at first, I should say. They aren't hard to explore at first. They get fairly annoying the longer and further you go in. Am I? Yeah. Oh, yes, I am slow rolling. So, oof. That's not the one I clicked. I clicked this one. Closer, but not what I want still. Anyways. Back to what I was saying about the depths. They're easy at first, but they can be quite annoying later on. Especially one of them. You'll see when we when it's found. When I say it's very annoying, because it has what I consider the hardest boss in this game. Well, not the hardest, but one up there, like top 2 or 3. It's ridiculous. And in the side quest area, that you find one of the hardest boss in the game. Like, oh, just casually chilling here, and you don't even get really anything out of it. Well, not anything super important, but it's something important enough, I should say. Because you actually do want to explore the depths. You're like, oh, Omega, why do you want to explore the depths? You say there's side quest area, they're not necessary to completion. To beat the game, no, you don't need to beat the side quest areas, the depths, in order to get everything. You don't. However, the reason you want to go down to these areas, because if you look right there, there's another vestige. Hermes vestige. We don't have a Hermes blood code. Uh-oh, hold up. Hold up, buff. Oh my gosh. There we go. Yeah. So, when you get close to that vestige, you will be attacked by the Lost. And a lot of them will be this giant... the giant variants of Lost. So, all I really suggest is just hang back here, keep yourself buffed with... And then, like, you will, like, destroy these. Like, they will not be that difficult at all. Just chop them all down. Ow! And bam! There we go. Defeated all ones. We get this. Well, we got a condensed lost shard, which I believe is just 1,000 when it's a small one, and they come like Small, medium, large. You don't get any of the large ones until I believe near late game, like it is for most things. Better weapons, late game, so on and so forth, all that jazz. Anyways, you want to pick up the Hermes Vestige because it actually is important to another character whose blood code I believe we will get at the end of the episode, depending on how fast I kind of get through this area. That's buff. And you see, when you explore certain parts of the depths, you'll be fighting bosses. You won't be fighting one, not two, but you'll, depending on the area, like this area, they'll be fighting three. But they're usually normal enemies, and as you saw, well, I just kind of curb stomped them. Anyways, you defeat the giant loss, you get Den of the Dead Key 1. And that implies there's more than one. There's two, like it shows in the area. Because we have the key area. Look right there, see? We have the key area, and then you see it near the top with the Den of the Dead. Near the top part, and going forward, it shows that it's a little mini arena. Because that's where we will be fighting our boss. I was not paying attention to where I was going. I'm still not paying attention to where I'm going. I had to keep an eye on the recording because, like I said, I'm still limited by the capacity of my Xbox. If I could record longer on here, I would, but it doesn't let me to.
So this is the region they call the depths.
Yes, Louis. You've been here for almost 10 minutes. Not even 7. Okay, so right now I will pause the recording and then we will get back to it when we get back to it. Alright, now we can continue. The journey continues. Alright, we'll be exploring the right side now. And yeah, first enemy, Giant Loss. I hate these eyes. But they're also very easy, at least in the early game. It's just something I just grown to hate. That was easy. Oh yeah, take a tiny, I believe if you look close enough. It must have been changed, but no, that was the key. Yeah, it's fairly right, it's just right there. I thought that was a dagger for a second. It goes to show you how much I actually know about this game. With how much I claim I really know. I just know how to get the true ending, which I have said we will be getting it, because through it, all the other endings are depressing as crap. I'm not getting that, especially not getting the bad ending. If you want it, you can look it up on YouTube. I'll probably, if I think about it, I'll probably link to like, oh, here's one, like a link to it, like if you really want to go brown if you like the smell of tears. Just items. Ooh, that particular item. See, you find certain items out in the world that are, it's just like, oh, Mastery 101. It's like the description says, it's a drug that grants the gift Tenacious Fang regardless of the user's blood code. So you can just throw this on yourself and you automatically get it. You don't need to master it or anything, because it's basically mastered to you right out the back. So you want to use it? Bam. New ability. I believe it's a passive one too. Yeah. Increases damage dealt by drain attacks performed after a launch attack. I am not sure which one it is, what it means by that, but yeah. I never really used some of the passive ones, but this is what I was talking about before we go on. You see this item? Bam, it's a dagger. I don't know why, but that little touch where they just put it out in the field, it's nice. But the passive ones that you find out in the world, I don't use. There's only like a few offensive ones, and they're not the best. Alright, but as you see, we have another boss battle. Bop. Bop. Let's go! Yeah, this boss isn't... Yeah, it is literally that easy. Because it was just normal enemies. I was like, oh, normal enemies. I was like, oh, this seems kind of pointless. Why would you dedicate a whole area to just fighting normal enemies? That seems kind of stupid. Well, like I said earlier, you face, depending on how far you are in the game and what depths you're in, you'll face a certain amount of enemies. So, with the Den of Darkness Key 1 and 2, you would face 2 bosses. 1, 2, and that's usually just to explore the area in full. Well, when you have 2 keys of the Den of the Darkness, you click it, bam, you use them. And who's that in the distance? No, we have not, Lou. We have not been through here.
Looks like we have trouble
Ooh.
waiting for us.
Yeah. That form looks kind of familiar, isn't it? Well, the depths are basically a way for you to rematch boss fights. And you'll see that. Because you see right there in the distance, it's Oliver Collins. It's like, oh shit. Sorry, excuse my language. Okay, so it's basically just the same boss fight all over again. So, and you get to stack buffs on top of buffs. And right now, it's Prisoner of the Abyss. And it's like, oh, why did it not say Oliver Collins? It doesn't really matter because it's not Oliver is the thing. It's a clone, essentially. Because that's all the deaths really do, is that they make you... Ow. They make you fight clone boss fights, like I said. So, it doesn't really matter. And, like, you could see with how fast that we defeated it, that it doesn't really matter. So, like, you see, we went through 2 boss fights in less than 5 minutes, so fairly short for this area of the depths. I'll probably explore one other one, depending on how far we get into the recording. But, I'll see you back when we head to base, and we talk to Davis. Alright. Alright, everyone, we are back. You see we're in front of Davis. I believe when you first find him, you can go back and talk to him. Bam.
You're able to read blood code and incorporate it into your own? Fascinating. It would be an honor for you to take mine. I'm curious to see how you handle it.
And there, you've unlocked you unlocked Davis's blood code. And if, as you saw in the depths, come on, there you go. It's the Hermes one. Strike a fine balance between melee gifts and a variety of melee attacks and a variety of useful gifts.
The depths are a complex, and the law. It's only the depths.
Basically, with that, he tells you that the depths are complicated mazes. People who find maps in the depths, they get first dibs on who goes in, and you just have to be careful when you go in.
I'll lead the way. Just tell me.
And unfortunately, every single time you explore the depths, you do have to come back and talk to him. Like, oh, a New Game Plus, though, at least.
Don't be overeager.
You talk to him once, then you have access to all of them. Like, it doesn't matter. You'll have access to all of the depths right away. You don't have to find any of the, you don't have to find any of the maps again. You could grab them if you want to, but I don't believe they give you them again anyways. You could jump into the final one right away if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it on New Game Plus, but like it's more like if you want to. And with these loading times, like going to the area for the first time, I will just kind of keep those in to kind of keep it in line with recording because this thing is terrible. But here we go. Den of Darkness is essentially a not carbon copy, but it has like the same basic format. Like you have one direction, you have second direction, you have boss door right there. So we'll be going to the left again. And I guess I should explain this now. Davis's blood vestiges, they are scattered all throughout the depths, meaning like I don't believe you can complete it unless you go through like almost every single part of it.
Which way to go?
Go this way. Bam. Easy. Item, lost shard.
Valuable. Let's use it well. It's
Pick
open.
that up. Bayonet, devour. What the? Oh, it's further in. I was like, why is it showing up right there? Go to the right. Aha, I saw you. And I see you too.
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm going to do this.
That's a solid start.
And just buff all of us. All 2 of us. Because there is an online component to this. Most people don't use it because it's kind of finicky at this point. Because this game, at the time of recording, it's not super old, but it's old enough. The Darkness Key 1. Where people were like, they're not really gonna do it. Like, it's mostly for your friends. Like, you're not gonna find random people just playing this game like I am, trying to complete for like the sake of videos purposes or anything like that. Chop. You know, the funny thing is, Louis has his own variation of the Fireball Surge. Except he can use it, but in the Prometheus variation, I can't unless I increase my base stats to where it matches it. I believe it has to be B. Let me check. No. Yeah, mine are like C+. I would need to increase it. And I think I might make it elemental version. I don't know, it depends on my mood. I might just stick to the same boring variation like I have with the first build I have, where I use a sword, I use attacks that look cool. I'm not going for ultimate builds or anything, because there's really no point in doing ultimate builds for this. Winged Thrallhead. It's that thing. Be a shame if I stabbed you in the back, huh? And bam. And yeah, they just die. They just die. Like, we didn't even have to fight that one. Like, the only reason you would fight some of the bosses here is just to basically get a refill on everything. Like, oh, you're low on health? Here, have a free refill if you kill the boss. You're low on regeneration? Have a free refill if you kill the boss. So, wow, with how it is on how easy this is, I might just purchase, like, some of Louis' best skills right now. Because, we are actually closing in on that not milestone, but on that, point where we can grab it. So, again, I will cut off here, and then we'll head back I'll head back. Ugh. I'll start recording right after this. Okay. Alright, we're here again. And now we're going to explore the right-hand side. But first...
Did you pick up something we can use?
Chemical lights. Ooh, RV Mastery 2. This grants the ice buff. Now, this is different because I don't like this one. It says while you're focused. Meaning that you can't apply it on your own. Like, you have to be focused. Meaning you have to enter that state where you basically have poise. You can ignore all the hits. Nah, I don't really like some of those gifts. Like, you have to be focused in order to use them. But, oh well. Yeah, I already see where this is going. Hold up. Buff. Buff. Oh look, how did I know? It's like I played this game. Yeah. Again, you'll be finding more lost. Oh. Hopefully I don't just flout. Ow. Die. Yeah, you can see, like, you with part of stacking buffs, like comparison like something like Dark Souls, where you can stack buffs, but you can't stack like the elemental buffs, or you can't stack certain buffs on top of each other. You can in this game, and you can see that the game compensates you for that, like by making some of the buffs like super hard or powerful. Like, well, you kind of have to. Because, look how much damage I'm doing. But look how much health they have. Some of these normal enemies has as much health as, like, a normal boss. Yeah. That's it. Heal. Okay. Yeah, look at that. See? Bam. Like, these are nothing. Anyways. Another condensed lost shard, more awakes, more lost shards. Ooh, old world materials. I actually need those. Because, those are for the exchange gifts. If I haven't pointed that out before. Yeah, the enemies, best, semi-best weapons in the game, depending on your playstyle, yada yada yada. They're good. Like, they're very good. He's dead. Got his lost shard. And the journey continues further into the depths. Bam, bam, bam. Giant blast, plunge, bam, dead. Not that hard. Well, like I said, the early depths are that hard. So you go over here, bam, 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 and look, oh, provisional government soldier.
Key.
Then darkness key here.
Use that.
So yeah, we don't have to go further, but I'm gonna go further regardless. Go right here, classic camera. Yeah, like just random items you wouldn't expect. Those gifts, just give them I will probably link a guide or I'll probably do it in the next video when I probably get some like better gifts. Because is this just my preference? I prefer those swords over everything else. I might get a hammer because I've been playing the game where this character comes from a lot, and she does have like a giant hammer-like weapon. So I might do that just for like cosplay purposes, or I might give her the halberd. I might give her like a great sword. Depends on my mood. But you can be sure there will be a sword. It, ow. They're called the Wanderers. I'm just gonna call them Giant Moss because it's easier. And look at this. Over 4,000 health. And I just killed it because I stacked buffs on top of buffs. That's how easy this is. At times. Anyways, we kill them. Another lost shard. And now we're going to take on the boss of the Den of Darkness. Now, like I said, like, it's just basically, it's just redone boss battles. Well, not redone, they're the same bosses, just with more, with slightly more health, I guess? Because there's actually not a whole lot of bosses in this game. Well, I'm lying, there is, but not a whole lot you find in the depths. Like, I don't believe you fight specific ones in the depths. Like, we'll only be doing these two because, like I said, I'm limited by the Xbox, and I'll probably do it like 2 per episode, going on how I feel. But here we are. We're at the door. Use Den of Darkness key 1 and 2, and as you can see, it's the same boss. It's Oliver again. So I'm just gonna do what I did last time. Stack buffs on top of buffs on top of buffs, and here we go. Time to die again. Prisoner of the Abyss. And as you can see, you can't backstab him still. Which is kind of annoying, but you can backstab most bosses, so I guess it's fair. It's like, oh, the only human backstab. Okay. And he transforms. And he just looks like a normal boss now. He doesn't have that grayscale effect. Or whatever the heck it was. And bam, there we go. Green Iron and another Awake. Or another 2 Awakes for those. And 2 Green Irons. Alright, so that's it for Den of Darkness. You kind of see what the depths offer with this episode, so I'm gonna call it here, and in the next part, we will actually be going back to the Ruined Sea Escape. To do what? You'll have to wait and see. My name is Omega Zero, and that's it, guys. Later.